Here's the short version of this video. I'm going to experiment with live streamed co-working sessions on Twitch daily, Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. If that's enough to say yay or nay to the rest of this video, cool. For a bit more depth, let's back up a bit. First of all, some context. My name's Doug. I run a project called Verbal to Visual, which is all about teaching people the skill called sketchnoting, which involves incorporating more sketches and diagrams and other visual elements and still words into the way that you work with ideas. I started Verbal to Visual intentionally as an online education business, and I like experimenting with ways to do online education well. And this experiment in live streamed co-working session is another way to try to do that better. So let's first look deeper into that question. Why even explore online live stream co-working sessions? First of all, I actually already know that it helps other people. I've done versions of this within the Verbal to Visual community, where we meet for weekly webinars. And often those webinars include a little bit of idea sharing or instruction from me, and then I give a prompt to go do some sort of practice activity to help folks improve their sketchnoting skills. And we go off on our own for 15 or 20 minutes and do the activity, and then we come back and share it out. And just having that extra little bit of energy and motivation and community can make it much more likely that you'll dig into the work that you want to do instead of just avoiding it. Which brings me to point number 2. I need the motivation myself, particularly that time of day. I picked 3 p.m. as the starting point because that 3 to 5 p.m. area in my workday, that's the most likely spot within the day where I'm not going to use my time effectively. So why not build in something into the flow of my days to make better use of that time? Another personal motivation for this experiment is the fact that I think I could use more connection throughout my workday. Now, I am an introvert. I love working alone. I love having this new, still echoey office to myself. But I also know that I need to build in interactions with other people in order to not be too isolated and not close in on myself. So that's another reason to try out this experiment, is to have another place within my weeks, within my days, to connect with other people. I already get to do that with the Verbal to Visual community, and I love it. And this is kind of doing that, but in a more public, different kind of way. And I should point out, these are going to be free. I'm not going to charge any membership to attend these live streamed co-working sessions. Anybody who wants can join, so long as you plan to get work done. It's not going to be all work. We're going to have a little bit of a welcome and some opportunities to share out what you're working on and chat a little bit in between what I'm imagining to be 2 20-minute work sessions during a more or less hour-long live stream. And it's that piece, that willingness to do work if you show up, that I also want to encourage. I want to encourage active creation, not passive consumption. Now, I do plenty of passive consumption myself. There's a time and a place for it. But if there's any rebalancing that needs to happen, I think it's away from passive consumption and towards active creation. And I want to help push things in that direction. So that's why I think there's potential to this idea of live streamed co-working sessions. Now let's address the question, why use Twitch as opposed to some other better established platform? For those unfamiliar, Twitch is most commonly known and used by gamers who live stream their experience playing a video game and providing very much personality-driven commentary on whatever game it is they're playing. But it seems like Twitch is at a little bit of an interesting diversification themselves, where there are more opportunities and more people jumping in and doing live streaming via Twitch that doesn't involve gaming. So when it comes down to it, the reason that I'm choosing to conduct this experiment on Twitch is because I'm curious. I want to see what it's like. I want to get in there and taste it, feel it, explore what it's like to connect with others on that platform in that format. Another reason that I'm using Twitch for this experiment is that I'd like to diversify where I can be found online, the social media platforms where I'm sharing my work. Now, the core of my work lives at verbaltovisual.com, a space that I own and control, but I do enjoy using the various well-known social media platforms that are out there. It is kind of scary though, how any of those could go away at any time, and I won't have anything to say about that. Now this next piece might be a little ambitious of me, but I kind of want to stake my flag in the ground in this world of live streamed co-working sessions. It's not really something that I've seen done, and it would be kind of cool to be known as the guy that does it. With that said, I think that this idea of live streamed co-working sessions on Twitch is definitely influenced by a guy named Michael Knobs, who runs a project called Sustainably Creative. And he's had a podcast called One Thing Today that is very similar to the type of thing that I'm describing. It's a daily podcast where Michael comes on the air, says hello, and encourages people to set a timer for 20 minutes. He goes and does work, and he encourages the listener to go do their own work, and then he comes back and shares how it goes. I very much benefited from Michael's podcast for many years, and I think that was kind of part of the seed that makes me excited to do a similar thing in video live streamed format. So thank you, Michael, for the inspiration. And finally, addressing why Twitch as opposed to some other platform that allows for live streaming. I can always switch. If Twitch fades away or I don't like how it works, I can always move to some other platform like YouTube or Facebook, or pretty much all of the places do live streaming now. So I'm not really worried if Twitch ends up not working for me, because there's plenty of other places that I could go. So that's an overview of why I'm excited about this idea and why I'm choosing to try it out on Twitch. If you're intrigued by it as well, come join us. April 16th, which is a Monday, will be the first time that we'll try this out. I'm gonna commit to doing it for 2 weeks. This first 2 weeks, Monday through Thursday, will be an opportunity to see if it actually works. Right now, it's only conceptual. Who knows what it will feel like to do it daily, Monday through Thursday, but I'm gonna give it a go, give it my full effort for 2 weeks, and then reevaluate to see if it's something worth continuing. Thank you for indulging me in this new idea. I encourage you to pursue any ideas that you're excited about, and maybe I'll see you on Twitch. All right, until next time.